Under the maternity and infant scheme, your baby is entitled to 2 revisits after the birth called the 2 and 6 week checks. Both yourself and your baby will be checked on the same day for the 6 week check. When booking this appointment, it is a good idea to inform the receptionist what the appointment is for, so that your baby can be registered on the system in advance of the visit. The 2 week check is usually a very short visit. It's just for your baby and will be done by either your GP or practice nurse. The main aim of this visit is to weigh your baby and to listen to any concerns that you may have. The 6 week check is then a more thorough examination of your baby from head to toe. Your GP will initially ask you if you have any concerns about your baby and will ask specifically about feeding. Feel free to bring up any worries that you may have during this appointment. Your GP will give you general advice on feeding, weaning and vaccines. Your GP will then examine your baby. We will examine baby's general appearance, heart, lungs, eyes, hips, reflexes, weight, and will do various measurements. If you have a baby boy, we will check their test days and will ensure that they are in the right position. If any issues arise or if your GP has any concerns, they will discuss this with you and make a plan. Once this exam has been completed, a baby can then proceed to have their first set of vaccines. These are usually given by the practice nurse. Your GP will then proceed to carry out the 6 week check on yourself. This is a really good opportunity to chat to your GP if you have any concerns or worries about yourself or about how the newborn phase is going. They will ask about the birth itself and establish whether you had a vaginal delivery or a cesarean section. They will ask about your birth experience in general and will explore any concerns that you may have around that. They will ensure that you have good support at home and are not displaying any signs of postpartum depression. If you are struggling emotionally or are feeling anxious or depressed, it is really important to chat to your GP or public health nurse about this so that they can support you through it at an early stage. Your GP will inquire about whether your periods have returned and will offer you contraception at this visit. They will explain the options available to you based on whether you are breast or bottle feeding at the time. They will also remind you to stay up to date with your cervical smear tests. Your GP will likely do a physical check including your blood pressure, a urine test. They will ensure that your womb has reverted back to its pre-pregnancy size and will finally check that any vaginal tears or episiotomy wounds are healing well. If you've had a cesarean section, they will check the wound for any signs of infection. Again, this is a really important visit for you as a mum and for your baby, so feel free to ask your GP lots of questions if you have them. And I wish you and your baby the very best.